And we are back. We got Saleem Vanderpump with us.
He's in the building.
Hold on, but before we even get into that, man, let's introduce this man properly. We got author, designer, trendsetter, award winner, Saleem Vanderpump in the building.
Y'all for
Give it up for Saleem Vanderpump.
Y'all so nice. Y'all ain't had to do it.
I finally got somebody in here to drink big cups of Hennessy with me. Big cups. You know what I'm saying? Halfway through this interview, it's gonna get silly. I'm telling you, man.
Listen, I grew up around real niggas. That's what we do.
So real quick, we gonna toast it up. Congratulations to Saleem for winning that hip hop award for best author.
And thank y'all for Sean. Thank you for putting up with me this week. I was being really obnoxious a little bit.
Yo, what I was telling Saleem, I was like, yo, you gotta just when you are successful and you got a lot of stuff going on, right?
Yes.
The devil is coming to attack you in all angles. Which way, how way, whenever, whomever, they coming in all forms.
I really had to apologize to you though. I made him go on my Instagram. I was like, no, I gave him my code and stuff. That's what I do. Like when I was like, no, you posted. Like I tell everybody, everybody got my code. The whole city got my code. My page could be deleted. So.
You don't want to delete that page. You got people on there. You got followers.
I know. I need to get some more though. I'm trying to get some likes.
Yo, make sure you go follow Saleem Vanderpump. What's your handle?
Saleem_Vanderpump on IG. You want to see all Cardi B on my page too. So.
Oh, you Cardi B fan, huh?
That's Cardi B out.
Ooh,
love Cardi B.
She's fire right now.
She's scorching.
So we got Saleem Vanderpump here. Let's get into. What made you start writing this book?
Well, I've always been a newsy person. And I went to high school, and I went to Overbrook, you know, at a certain point when it was like really the pop in high school.
Okay.
Everybody from West Philly pretty much know. It's legendary. Fashion school, you know. Will Smith went there. It was just... all the hustlers came up there, and we was like grown kids. Like we was like 14, 15, 16. I was hanging with grown people, and you know, we was just in the, you know, smoking weed, and you know, we thought we was in the Bad Boy videos, thought we was in the Rockefeller videos. So, you know, I went to school, and I was cool like a lot of girls that was like caught up into the street life, and you know, that was dating hustlers, and you know, it's like a lot of glamour. People think it's glamorous, but it's like a lot of stuff behind it. And I just chronicled the stories that I remembered. I started writing this probably in 2004 or 5. Wow. I probably started writing the first chapters.
Wow.
And developing just the characters of who they are today. Like people know them as Maya, Takia, and Raven, but you know, and the guys in the story, Carmelo Black and Nichols and Nadir and Molly. I just really started like, who are these people? And they were like people I grew up with. They was people from my neighborhood. You know, they was people from Lansdowne Avenue, people from 55th and Master, you know, Thompson Street, Winfield. So, you know, over 60th and Market. Like these were just like West Philly characters that I kind of just put together, and I just stirred it up, whipped it up like some stir fry, like the Migos, stir fry. So.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, we was talking about your attention to detail with the clothing and the cars. I remember when we talked about this. Oh man, when was he on the show last?
Ooh, it had to be a long time.
It was a long time ago because you was talking about this.
Was it on the phone, right?
Yeah,
no,
it was on the phone. He wasn't in the studio.
It was on the phone.
Oh, yup, it was on the phone.
And so, and shout out to Saleem for rocking with us a long time ago before we got these.
I love Sean, man. Sean is like family to me. Sean is one of the people that know me. I could call Sean, and you know what I'm saying, and he told me about y'all. Like I really go back. Me and Sean was in the LA days when we was like kids trying to, you know, get in this industry. So.
Oh, and guess what? I meant to call you and tell you. I got a call with that man tomorrow.
Which one?
Manny Haley.
Mr. Haley, that's my Taurus brother right there. What up, Manny?
Yeah.
Love him.
We coming for you, Manny.
So and you was cooking it up, and you was telling us how you wanted it to be, and then to see the footage that you released is exactly, you know what I'm saying, how you wanted it to be. Like how was you able to, you know, like visualize that and get it so close to what you were saying, or was it already being filmed and in the works at that time, and you was just telling us what was really going on?
I had a vision for the film from day one when my writing partner Sophia Basin came to me. She came to me and was like, "Look, we need to do a film on this, because she actually read the book. So the book actually was before the film, and I told her, I said, if we're gonna do this, I can't half-ass it. Like, I need this to be right. I need this to be like, the way it's written. And she pretty much was like, we could pull it off. So I immediately, started casting, and we started looking for young actors. We had a lot of people that was in their 40s showing up trying to play high school students.
Oh, what they needed that CGI face.
I just was like, how old
sit your old ass down, go home.
I was like, who you here to audition for, the parents? They'd be like, no, I'm here for the leads. I said, the leads are like 18 to 23, Mr. Like salt and pepper beards and all that.
Oh shit!
So so once we got our lead, our guys, we casted our guys first. We jumped into the girls, and that was difficult. And shout out to my girls. Amber Purnell, who plays Takia, Aaliyah Willis plays Maya, and Crown Bella plays Raven Hightower. Like, these girls are like diamonds in the rough. And once we had that down, I just immediately started getting the clothes together. And I was doing a lot of vintage shopping. It was a lot of Etsy. We were shopping at what's that other little site? eBay. A lot of eBay purchases. It was a lot of that. And I spared no expense. I put a lot of my personal money, even though we had executive producers. We've had executive producers who came on board who put up money for the film, but I definitely went over budget a lot as far as spending money on the clothes and picking out things that were authentic. Like, so when you see the film, like, you're gonna see the Coogis, you're gonna see the real Moschino, the Iceberg, the Guess jeans. Like, we really went back and found that, like Tommy Hilfiger and Nautica. I was a stickler for the whole appearance, even down to the dye jobs, how the guys' hair were cut.
Wow.
I took it back to that. The girls wore a lot of wigs. We was inspired by Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown and, Maya Campbell and, Chili from TLC. Like, those were like Mary J. Blige. Like, I had like a poster board, and I would show the hairstylists, like, this is how they need to look. The makeup, even down to how the makeup was pretty much similar to what it was back then, the cars.
That real 90s feel.
Now, as far as the cars go, like, how did you pull that off? You know what I'm saying? Because you looking at vehicles with quite some time on them, like, to make them look fresh, crispy, like they were new at the time. How did you have to, like, get somebody to put the cars together for the movie, or was you able to just, like, find them already put together? Like, what was that process?
We actually found the cars. Like, we would go on Craigslist, and we would scout cars from the neighborhood. We would ask people, my neighbor had like a really great 1997 BMW we used. We found some Lexuses, some vintage Mercedes E-classes, and we would just find people, and we like, listen, can we use your car? Some people actually just wanted a movie credit. It wasn't about the money. And some people we actually would rent the cars from. Like, we would pay them a certain amount of hour to hold their car.
Okay.
Like Suburbans, Tahoes. We found the Acuras. We found all that shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, putting all of this together is a big undertaking. What would you say was the high point of all this, and what would you say was the most challenging point of it?
The high point in the whole situation for me was seeing my vision come to life. Because I'm a creative force. Like, whether it was doing Belargo with my partner Tiffany when we started the boutiques and we started the clothing line, and just having a successful business. It was just seeing the vision come to life, and the love we was getting, from a lot of people that were big names. Was like really coming on board and showing us love. And when I say big names, like like when Mark Jeffries, like he's a award-nominated actor, played Halle Berry's son, Luke and Isaiah. He played Lil C's in Notorious, and I sent him the script and I wrote a character and was like, can you do this film for me? I thought he was gonna blow me off, but he's also a Taurus and just such an amazing, down-to-earth person. He literally gave me a rate that was so unbelievably, like, it was like, bro, like, is you serious? You doing this? And he was like, no, like, I like the character. He's like, I like the story. He read the script and he said, no, I like this whole situation. Like, I want to be a part of it. So he came on board without a problem and like stayed on sets and was working with actors that had never done anything close to his caliber. You know, and then, you know, P&B Rock, another good friend of mine, love Rock to death. I called him and his manager, like, listen, can Rock do the scene for me? They came and did the scene for free and stayed longer and did more than I needed.
That's love.
You know, so when that happens, you know, it's just, that's like such a high that all these people is getting involved. Also, too, Charlie Baltimore.
Now, how you get her in there? Because when I say Charlie, she was really a part. She embodies what the 90 is, and she played that game with those girls.
That's my big sister.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, Charlie's my big sister. Shout out to Tiffany Lane. Shout out to Siani, her daughter. That's like my baby. Shout out to Jan. Charlie like helped raise me. I knew Charlie since I was 15 years old. You know, when she had the gold Lexus Land Cruiser, that big boy. I'm talking about when the Get Money video was out.
Right.
You know, like she was setting Philly on fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about hot girls, and fly girls, like her and her best friend used to set the city on fire. Like they could come out, get 10,000, like that. Like niggas, like they Tiff and Jan, like they was like magnets. You know, they was light skinned when light skinned girls was popping. You know, when Exotic was popping, they was popping, and she's just always been a supporter of mine. Her daughter worked at the Belargo Boutique with us for a long time. She's her daughter's also a key makeup artist on the film.
She is. Yeah, shout out to Siani. She's a beautiful young lady.
She's amazing. So when I approached Charlie about being in the movie, you know, of course I'm so humble in the face of people who are like these celebrities, and you know, she was like, of course I'm gonna do it, without a question. And it just went like that. And I appreciate her, and she's one of the most realest, thoroughest chicks that I'm actually at her right now. That's why I'm thinking me a minute. She's one of the thoroughest chicks that you can meet. When I say thorough, like she really's thorough. Like she's not like it ain't a game.
Like she's like, because I met her and my brother worked with her. She's like that girl that every guy wished they had because she could play that part.
Yo, I want to take it one step further. Just, you know what I'm saying, coming up in that time frame, like, she royalty. Like, I mean, people need to stop playing and really just recognize that, like, you know what I'm saying, being with the king, you know what I'm saying, doing boss, I know I ain't supposed to cuss, but doing boss shit, like, that's royalty. Like, you know what I'm saying, everybody put crowns on people's head, but like I feel like she definitely deserves it. No, not even that. Like people need like pay homage and really understand, like when you talk about doing it on that level, you know what I'm saying? Like we all look up to the Rockefeller movement and all of those things, but like she was popping like when Big was popping, like that's before that movement, that's before Jay had picked up all that steam, so it like predates that era, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when people, you know, talk about the queen of the city, like, man, you gotta give her consideration. That's just real shit.
But was people really looking at her like that because it was a lot of females hating on her because she was with these clothes, the cars, the jewelry, and she was rocking,
you doing what you supposed to do.
And she was rocking what Big, that was Big girl. So she had all the hate in the city. And that's why I feel like she never got her just dues in the city. You know what I'm saying? But her daughter, she looks just like her. Just like her.
It's only a few chicks that I know that did it like Tiff did it. You know what I'm saying? When I say on that level, like, you know, like she had the cars, she had the clothes for real. Like Tiff had the cars for real. She had the drop top 500s that BIG on the back. Like Tiff had the full length me. Tiff really had the $1 million advance from Entertainment, like when Cameron first got signed. Like Tiff was coming through with bags for real. It wasn't no like some of these female rappers that you see right now. She was finessing them, okay? Finessing them. When she got signed with Murder Inc., finessed them. She's still finessing them, and you know I'm gonna leave it at that. But she's just a hustler, and she's one of the few people that I just really just look at like a G. Like she just got if you be in her presence, she just got an air around her. Like you know why she was a star. Like you know what I'm saying. You know why niggas liked her. Like you know what I'm saying. And she looked like how she looked, but actually she more gangster than most niggas on the low. Like she's actually more gangster than most niggas you would meet looking like a supermodel. You know, that's my girl. Man, I was in Miami and I ran into Noriega, and I was like, I said, yeah. I said, I'm a good friend of Tiff's. He's like, what Tiff? I said, Charlie. He went crazy. He's like, tell her to call me. I want her to come on Drink Champs, and I want her to do this and that. And it was just like, you know, it was just like he was so super excited. And same thing when I met Fat Joe. Like they just, you know, a lot of women, you know, pretty much because of, you know, I mean, look how she looked. Like she's intimidating to about 70% of the female population.
Right.
Like. She's easy on the eye, and then when you see her and her daughters together, it's just like, Jesus Christ, the gene pool jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we was filming her scenes, like it was like everybody's like, damn, this Charlie Blossom. Like it was like she, you know, it was exciting to see that and to, you know, me being a kid looking up to her and her giving me the time of day on my first film and rocking out and being on set with me for 9 hours and not complaining and, you know, just chilling and watching the whole process. Like she never complained and said like, oh, I'm ready to go. It was never none of that. She was just, she was there, and once we shot her stuff, she was like...
What were some of the lows of really putting this together and getting that to that point where it's at the movie is done and it was shot and it's being premiered in certain places? What were the lows of that?
Dealing with... you dealing with personalities. So, you know, I would say I'm a taskmaster. I'm a perfectionist. I can be difficult. I can be short-fused, and I wasn't always nice to people. And sometimes they didn't deserve for me to be nice. So I clashed with some of the people that was on production with me, and that was a big problem. That was, I would say, you know, it's like being a psychiatrist when you're a movie producer, because you know, people are coming to work with different things. You know what I'm saying? So we filming. You know, even with some of the actors, they might had a bad day. They might have an argument with their girlfriend or their boyfriend. They might have didn't get paid that week. You know, they might have been up all night getting high. And they bring that energy to an environment where you need them to be productive. So sometimes I felt myself being a psychiatrist, you know, dealing with people's problems, the issues, and trying to get them to get into the game to where I could just get them to produce. And that would be an issue. Also too, with some of the production crew, they would be late or they was doing things that I didn't like, filming the way I didn't like, and I would let them know. Because, you know, I feel like we gotta be bossed up. Like, I don't come from that. Like I told them I come from a business where we was making $250,000 a year, where we was producing 500 shirts a week. Like, you know, a high volume turnaround retail business is what Belargo comes. So I'm used to being on go, up at 7 a.m., going to bed at 1 a.m., 14, 15-hour days, working the store, going to the factory, going to the post office, you know, doing media and press, running the website. So coming to that, a lot of them was younger, so they didn't have the experience I had. So I think that sometimes I would be like, no. And then also too, like, I don't let people play on me because of my sexuality. Like, I'm a gay man, but at the end of the day, I be standing up.
Right.
Like, I'm a grown man. Like, I can't, what Jay-Z said, I can't sit y'all on my lap. So sometimes I get extra combative or get extra like don't get it fucked up. Like,
so you had to get in your duffel bag a couple times just to let them know really what it was hitting for.
All the time. I don't play with niggas. I don't play with none of that shit. Like, I'm like, I get goons. I got goons. Listen, don't play with me. I will bash you in your fucking head right now. Stop it. You know,
that's that Philly shit coming out right
there. Right there.
Philly shit right there.
Sometimes I feel like, you know, by me being like, y'all gotta understand where I come from and the background I come from. Like, I come from an environment where most of the people I knew were street guys. Like, you know, most people I know sold drugs or was in the streets. I've participated in things. So I've always had to prove myself a little bit extra harder because I didn't want to be perceived as being weak or soft. And I'm very open about who I am. I don't hide my sexuality. I'm a gay man. You know, everybody knows that. And I feel like by me being a gay man, I feel like people try to take advantage of that. Or they think, I'm not Wesley Snipes and Tu Wong Fu. I'm not Damon Wayans.
Yo, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill.
And listen,
that's it. Like, for people that look at that, that's an ignorant point of view. Like, this how I look at it, right? It is what it is, whatever. But once you start tussling it, you know, either you fighting a man or you not, you know. But I do got one golden rule though. I feel like if I see a dyke Joan and she out with her girl,
Okay.
and she talked to me like a nigga, I feel like it's only right for me to approach her like a nigga. I let motherfuckers play the role they want to play because it's just facts. Like, I think that's really what it's hitting for. So if you step out of line with whoever you step out of line with, be prepared to have that same energy when they approach you that way.
Right.
Well, yeah, and then once they get bashed in their head, because I mean, I used to get rolled on. Like, I come from that's like I was like, you know, 8th grade, 9th grade. I'm from Winfield. I don't know if y'all familiar with West Philly.
I know Winfield.
And the people from across the bridge in Hilltop, they didn't like Winfield people.
Right.
So we used to like, and you had to make it across the bridge. So it's a bridge separating Winfield from Overbrook, and Hilltop niggas used to chase the people from my neighborhood. They would jump us. Like it would be like 8 guys from my neighborhood getting jumped by like 20 people. Like, you know, we used to have sticks and bats and blood, and you know, it used to go down. And if you didn't help, by the time you got home, you was gonna get checked by the people in the neighborhood. So it's like we might as well just get our ass whipped right now because, you know, because it's gonna be 10 times worse.
Welcome back to the Drop Night Show. We want to shout out to all the people tricking guests in the podcast in their mother's basement. You know what I'm saying? People podcasting on their back porch with stray cats knocking over glasses of Hennessy. Want to shout them out real quick.
Listen, they got the bed bugs.
Oh boy,
man.
Roaches running around.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you right now. You invite me to your place and you got bed bugs. You gotta fight me. That's it. You gotta fight me. Like, that's it, man. I ain't no pushover either. I ain't no tough guy. I ain't no pushover. You ain't gonna have me having to burn all my clothes before I go in the house. Hell with that. But it's the Drop Night Show. We're here with Saleem Vanderpump, and we just talking about, you know, his successes, his journey, and all that fly stuff that y'all want to know about. So, Sean, where did we leave off at?
You was talking about working with females, right?
Yes.
Now, working with females, it can be a lot. But when you have these young actresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to treat them how a real Hollywood director, a real Hollywood writer would treat them. And it's brutal.
It was, but I wasn't paying them that kind of money, so I had to...
It doesn't matter because any big actress went through exactly what they're going through now.
I had to get my shots. So I had to kiss some ass and do some ass kissing. So I like, because it was to the point, with a few different days, I was like, listen, man, we can run out of budget. So I butted them up, and they did what I wanted to do. Women want to be finessed. I mean, at the end of the day, women want to be, every woman wants to, what I know about women, because I have a lot of female friends, every woman wants to be like, this is how jealous women are. Even if it's just, they want to feel like they're your only woman in your life. Like, even if you're not sleeping with them, they just want to feel like they're your only female friend. They want to feel like they're your only god sister. I'm your favorite female cousin. I'm your favorite female classmate. Like, they just want to have a special place in a man's heart. And if you make a woman feel it's that she has that love for you, or you love her that way, they'll do it. They'll give you the world on a silver platter. Like, women really literally are that jealous. They're the way they're built is so unique. I love women, and I'm fascinated about women.
Keep giving that game up, you know what I'm saying? Oh, listen, I'm about to give me some income tax returns right now. Keep giving me the game. Finesse
Women
is
just
on
want to
deck.
feel like they special. If they feel like they special to you, they'll give you the shirt off their back. I mean, they will take a bullet for you if they feel like you really love them.
Yo, I want to tell all y'all, listen, this is a special message going out to Martha Stewart, Oprah, and Ellen. I really love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with karma, fate keeping us apart, but let's do this.
What about Omarosa? She unemployed right now.
Man, listen, her hair.
She unemployed.
No, listen. No, shout out to Omarosa. You know what I'm saying? You know, she the reverse Harriet Tubman.
I don't know though, but you gotta give it. Listen, man. Listen, you gotta give it to Omarosa, man. Omarosa finesse. Omarosa.
Yo, she finesse.
Yo, Omarosa from the Apprentice to the White House. She did a year in there, and they was paying her $200,000, and she didn't even have no fucking real job title.
You know why she got fired? You know what she got?
Because she brought them black people up in there.
No, she tried to get through security with that hot comb she be stretching that thing back with, and it went off. They was like, "This is an assassination weapon. We gotta get her up out of here."
Shout out to Omarosa, man. I like somebody that's a finesser. That bitch, she finesse.
Yo, she didn't. It's not Kim Kardashian. It's not Amber Rose. It's not Black China. This is Amber Rose. She finessed the fuck out of him.
Omarosa?
Omarosa.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, no, Black China a close second though, cause she finessed that whole.
Yo, listen, she the finesse queen. She Vanessa Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Vanessa Williams.
She's the finesse god.
Did y'all hear the G-Eazy remix for No Limit?
Oh yeah.
You said Juicy J be like, snob on my knob, corn on the cob. I'm trying to break a bitch like China did Rob.
That was some player shit. But you know what though? Here go the thing. And y'all was arguing with me when I said this before. I was like, so a woman's supposed to lay down and just leave with a wet ass and not get no money. We expect for her to give us all that, but not get a check. Like,
she the only black girl that gave them bitches what they needed. She said, oh, y'all gonna take my baby father? Oh, y'all leaving me out in the cold? Guess what? Your brother obese, he a loser, and I'ma go get that motherfucker. And guess what? And she got the only real Kardashian, because ain't none of them kids named Kardashian except for Dream.
Right.
Wow.
She got the real Kardashian. Them kids is Wes, Dissix, about to be a Travis Scott, and a Tristan. What's his
Thompson?
They got some Thompsons. Ain't none of their kids Kardashians except for Dream Kardashian.
I'm just tell you
I
right
just
now.
noticed that.
No, listen.
The one sister is the only sister who had a white husband and white kids.
Yeah,
because they like black dick.
Because Courtney don't like niggas. Courtney already said she not with that interracial shit. Courtney don't fuck with niggas. Don't.
You see that?
Man, we all know Shorty OJ's son anyway, so let's not even get into that allegedly.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Allegedly.
But first, let's, because I know I'm being off topic. Did you ever see Tristan Thompson baby mom, the real one?
Yeah.
Jordy.
What she look like?
Bad. That motherfucker look amazing. And she made Chloe look like a pile of shit.
Yeah.
And he left her while she was 8 months pregnant for Chloe.
Bad.
No, man. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, that ain't it.
They pussy is power.
No, man. They hooked up with them folks. They give you a blank business card, right? And you go to sleep with it on your dresser. And when you wake up, the number on that shit, you better call that number, dog. He had to make that deal, man. Had to sacrifice somebody out here.
No, but real quick, tell us about Belargo.
Shout out to Tiffany.
Because the city was on fire before the Milanos, before the Lavellos, before all the other stuff. You had Belargo.
Like Nicki Minaj say, them bitches is my sons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
So tell us about how Belargo started.
This thing, he in here setting fire to the airwaves.
Yeah, come on.
It's I'm just being honest, like, you know, because I like some of the designers, and I love Mabel Marie. I love Mabel Marie. Shout out to them. Me and Tiff, we put the blueprint together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say the blueprint, we was the first urban line with our own location. We were the first urban brand with Belargo, dressing Meek Mills, dressing rappers, you know, from P&B Rock, Lil Uzi on down. You know what I'm saying? Gilly the Kid, Freeway, all of them wore our shit. Everybody. And it's not a diss song. It's a real song. You know what I'm saying? And people interpret things. Because I'm very, and listen, what I'm saying to y'all, I'll go anywhere right now and I'll say it to anybody, because the numbers, is like, numbers don't lie.
Right.
You know, numbers don't lie. You know, the volume that we were doing, the level that we were at, we had stores in DC. Had stores in Baltimore. Like, fucking Sneaker Villa was ordering 500 shirts at a time. At the height of what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people got buzz, but they volume ain't like that. We were a very fine oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, damn near. Like when me and Tiff was delivering shirts, we was delivering 20 boxes. Okay? People was coming from all over to wear our shit. We had Nicki Minaj in our shit. And I don't even like Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj was in our shit. You know, Meek.
Why you don't like Nicki?
She's just not my. I met her. First of all, I'm a Lil Kim fan, so I just didn't like that whole not paying homage. And then I met her. She's just a very nasty motherfucker. Like, you know, people can't look at her. You know, she wanted us to leave out our store. Her and me came to the store one day. She wanted everybody to leave out the store. And,
so she wanted y'all to leave out your store?
Mm-hmm.
Why they did what?
Well, she said they wanted to vacate it, and we had about 7 customers we sent out, and the only people left was like me, Tiff, and maybe 2 employees, and we was like, we not leave. I was like, well, who the fuck does she want to leave? Because we ain't leaving.
Was she spending money in that store?
She was coming in with me.
Oh, so she wasn't spending the money.
I think we had an event or something with Karen Civil.
I remember that event.
And
I remember that one.
And they pulled up in like 7 Range Rovers. It was
I
like,
remember.
you know, they had like a fleet of Range Rovers, and she just was, they was like, oh, Nikki will come in, but the store got to be cleared. So we like, there's nobody here but us. So we was like, we was like, well, who they want to leave? Like, we looking around like, ain't nobody here.
Mm-hmm.
And then another time I met her in LA at a Keisha Cole video shoot, and she was like 8 hours late. This was at the beginning. And this one, her and Keisha Cole had that video together.
Yep.
And because I was in that video, and that was my video appearance. So she's like, you know, they came in, they was like, Nikki don't want nobody taking pictures. Nikki don't want nobody saying nothing to her. And like, it was just like the security, like, mind you, we like in the back lot where the trailers is at. So like, the only people back there was like Keisha Cole team. I was with Joe, like with her stylist, and it was Manny and them was back there, and I think it was like a few dancers, but it was just like, what is all this for? Like, what are you doing? Like, nobody even cared. But it's just like, she just comes off of like a very shady individual. And I seen Phone Flex the other night. He was in Philly. I don't know if y'all knew where he was at.
Yep, he was there.
He was at Manny's, I'm sorry, Mott's part, PB Rock Man.
Yep.
In West Philly. So I pulled him to the side, right? So I'm like, Flex. He's like, what's up? I was like, I got something to tell you. He's like, what you got to tell me? I said, isn't it ironic? I said, ain't Cardi B Nicki Minaj Karma for Lil' Kim? And he looked at me, he bust out laughing, and he said, you fucking right. And that was just like, he just would not stop laughing.
Do you think her being that way is tarnishing her reputation in the business, and
I think her
fans are not liking it?
I think it's making people in power push for Cardi B. I think Cardi B is benefiting from the Nicki Minaj backlash. I feel like Nicki Minaj being a bitch to everybody and being hard to work with is making other people prop Cardi B up even more. I feel like it's getting, I think that Grammy is going to come to Cardi B, and retaliation from Nicki Minaj.
After the Grammy is a wrap, though. But you know, one thing I would say, the one thing about rap music in general that I don't appreciate is how we can only have one. Like you know what I'm saying? Why can't it be 3, 4, 5 great female artists? You know,
right.
or you know, like, I ain't see Metallica, you know what I'm saying, trying to take down
Guns N' Roses.
Exactly. Like, I think that's just like, I mean, I understand the genre is competitive, but I just think that, you know, we need to do better as far as fans, because we the one who do that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, we gonna ride with this person and we pick sides. But as far as Nicki go, you know what I'm saying, I don't know her. The only thing I can say was questionable is when Main Man got locked up, she tweet out, don't drop the soap, nigga.
Oh,
that was fucked up. That was fucked up, but
no,
you know
but you gotta understand, when a female is scorned.
Yo, why we always gotta make excuse for when a female she's a jerk type shit?
No, let's keep it all the way real. You know, she was the problem in their relationship. She was the issue because she's insecure.
Right.
Like, you know, I know some inside things about stuff that happened with them, about he never saw her without makeup, how she would keep everybody waiting for hours, how she was not receptive to his friends, about, you know, everything was just always a problem. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, I don't give a fuck how bad a woman is. Like, if you get the dream girl right now, that's like right now, if you or him, like if you could have the dream girl of your dreams right now, like any celebrity, and you can have her, and after you be with her for 6 months, you be like, oh, this bitch is really thrown off and crazy. You gonna be like, I'm over it.
Martha, Oprah, I'm willing to deal with whatever situations y'all got going on. Just come save a nigga. I'm doing all right. I ain't fucked up, but I need some help.
Yo, so basically, what's up next for Saleem Vanderpump?
The whole thing, everything. My film coming out January 18th. I want to, you know, be looking at some situations with some companies like Netflix, Crackle, as far as like distribution for the film itself. Okay. But I really want a Fatally Flawless TV series. Like, that is my dream. Like, I actually had a meeting with Bounce Network about it a year ago, and we were still in like pre-production with stuff. So Bounce was kind of like, wanted to see the whole film before he committed. But my dream is to have Fatally Flawless every week on TV, like Empire, like Power or Queen Sugar. All of those kinds of shows are like the shows I look up to. I would love to keep this drama going, and I want I want to be like Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, but I want to be like the hood version. I want to be like I want to be at the, I want to be the one like at the with all the ratchets,
Right.
But that's my goal, like keeping this story going. Like I already have a pilot written. We have about 3 to 4 episodes written for a TV series for Fatally Flawless, to where as though we can keep it going. We actually talked to Lisa Ray, Alan Payne, Vanessa Williams, the black Vanessa Williams from New Jack City.
not the.
My man Khalil Kane from Juice, that played Raheem and Juice, would come on and play Raven's dad. And I want to keep my cast together. Like I really want to keep my actors together because they're so talented, and they know it so well. So that's my goal. And then going into 2019, my second book, Material Boys, which is already written.
So give us a sneak peek.
I'm so happy about Material Boys.
So give us a sneak peek about Material Boys.
Material Boys is the shit. Material Boys is the gay Sex in the City.
Okay.
Material Boys is these 3 friends. They move from Philly to LA and they get into the industry. And one is a fashion stylist, one is a hairstylist, and one is an aspiring male model. And they get caught up into the industry. I'm talking about sex, drugs, celebrity friends, and everything that happens in LA. And it would make the bomb TV series. And that, I think, is going to be my biggest juggernaut, honestly. I honestly think Material Boys is going to be the one that's going to really get me that check. And when I say that check, I'm talking about that check.
Why do you think that?
Because right now, everything it's fit the mold of everything. Everything is industry. Everything is gay. Everything on TV right now. Let's just be honest right now. Like, if somebody say something gay bash right now, you getting fired. Like, I'm telling you, gay bashing and that what's that shit where everybody getting saying they got raped?
Sexual assault.
Yeah,
sexual assault.
Yeah, you see how everybody's saying they got raped. I said, God damn. I said, who didn't get? Right. Jesus Christ. I said, if they tried Denzel, I'm a riot. Nobody better not come. If they say Denzel did something, I'm
quite Denzel.
Yo, you know my problem. Like I ain't got fuck. I'm gonna just say it like, if you come up to the room, I got all these drugs on the table. You take all these drugs, and you wake up and your mouth is glued together. You know what happened? Like, come on, man. Like, you know what happened.
Yo, when they said, like, I feel bad for my man Tavis Smiley, he said he don't even know what the fuck he did. Tavis talking about, I don't even know who the accuser is. I don't know.
I was at church.
Tavis said they won't tell me nothing. But back to Material Boys, I feel like it has the same camaraderie as Fatally Flawless, because you have these friendships and these it's so 2017, because as we know it, we moved to LA from Philly. So,
right.
Moving to Philly from LA is a big deal.
Big.
Because we come from such a hood ass city that when you get out there, you see them palm trees, and you see Beverly Hills, and you see Rodale Drive for the first time, and you go to an industry party, and you really seeing the celebrities that you watch on TV, and they talking to you, and it's like the biggest rush in the world. And I think that I really captured the essence in Material Boys of what it's like to move from Philly to LA. And then each one of them have their own friendship dynamics. Like, this is somebody from New York right now. This person right here is the most annoying bitch in the fucking world. When I tell you, if I put her on speaker right now, she will be asking me for money. She will be asking me to call people in 3 ways for her. Like, she's somebody that used to work in the industry, but she like washed up. And it's like, anyway. Back to Material Boys. Material Boys, Stephen Swan is the lead character, and he's a fashion stylist. He's like, he owns a boutique in Philly. He's dating this gentleman who's like playing the shit out of him. And he has 2 best friends, Marco Stevens. He's a male prostitute and gigolo. He's very attractive, and he sleeps with men and women. And his mom hates him because he's gay, and he really doesn't have anything in life going on but his looks. Then the third guy is Andre Smith. He's a hairstylist. His boyfriend was murdered, and he blames himself for the murder, and he won't date anybody. So Stephen goes through this whole big situation, and his boyfriend's cheating on him, and he applies to a styling job at an agency in LA. He gets the job. He tells his friends. They all move to LA. They get to LA, and they get an apartment. And it just goes crazy from there. Marco Stevens becomes a supermodel because he's this great looking gigolo, and guess what? He's sleeping with men and women celebrities. He's like just having his cake and eat it too. Andre Smith eventually meets somebody that kind of, changes his point of view on his boyfriend getting killed. And Stefan, he meets a Mr. Big type character, like from Sex and the City, but he fucks it up. And it's like, it's so different than so many things that's out there, because you have a lot of fiction writers that write books on gay men, but like it's always them down low books. Like I hate those books. It's like they do these books where it's like the husband is cheating on his wife and he has this secret life with a transsexual, and him and the transsexual is meeting once a week in a hotel. Like I made it very clear on like how it really goes down, like that you can be successful and be gay, you could be successful and have a career. And I think that it's so taboo to talk about gay men and relationships, but those relationships are real and those relationships are true. And I think a lot of women is going to like this book because a lot of women like to know what's really happening. Like, I don't know if y'all remember the Yusuf Mack situation. You remember?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
The boxer from Philly.
He said it was rape. They did a porno.
Remember? And he,
yeah.
like, because he was Muslim and he had all these women. I know a lot of women he slept with personally, and they could not stand it. Like, they couldn't get it. They were, like, in shock. And one thing women don't understand, if a man is gay that they can't understand is gay, like, if they see, like, they understand me. But if they see a man that is supposed to be straight, and he's gay, women can't understand that. They will lose their mind. Like, they'll go crazy, like, what, how, what, like, it's not in their mental state to handle that. So with Material Boys, I'm trying to like just push the envelope, and I think that I got a hit on my hands. And I'm also trying to pitch the TV series for Material Boys, the same way we're pitching Fatally Flawless. Like I'm telling y'all, by 2020,
Definitely do not take your idea to Lee Daniels.
why would I take it to Lee Daniels? Well, first of all, let me hold on. Let me take the Uncle Lenny. I have a relationship with him, from his shout out to his sister Girlie. She's the one that's the real cookie lions. And Maya J. Do you know Maya J?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know Maya J. Do you know Maya J? That's Lee Daniels' niece.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the baddest thing walking on site. She just like this, like just bad as shit, gorgeous. Like she got the body that they think is fake, basically, but it's real. But I grew up with them, and I remember, Uncle Lenny. I was there when he got a star on the Walk of Fame. I wouldn't take him my idea, but I would work with him on something else, though.
Okay.
Well, for somebody who want to do what you do as far as writing, what I'm saying, or want to be in fashion. I mean, outside of the motivational inner speak stuff, like is there a place where they can get some resources, or what I mean?
Well, fashion you can always get. You can go to school for fashion. You can learn. They got, of course, Fashion Institute. Art Institute.
I don't think that's there anymore.
They got different ways, different places you can get research on fashion. But writing, I'm sorry, like writing, you gotta have it. Writing is like being a singer. Like if somebody can sing or not, right? Like if somebody spit, you can spit. Like nobody helped me with my book. I ain't had no ghostwriters. I ain't had like niggas in the pen. I ain't paid nobody $2,000 to write my book. Like, cause people do that. Mm-hmm. My thoughts, all 425 pages of Fatally Flawless was written by me, created by me, was put together by me. We had an editor in place, of course, but I just feel like certain writers, you have to have that thing inside of you. You have to be crazy a little bit. You have to be able to dream and think it. Like my favorite writer is Anne Rice. She did Interview by the Vampire.
I bang with Anne Rice.
Queen of the Damned, and I mean she's just amazing. Like Anne Rice to me is one of the greaters. I said greaters. I said Anne Rice was the greater. Anne Rice is one of the greatest writers of all time, besides William Shakespeare.
That's up there. You put her up there.
She is everything. When I'm ready to write, I read an Anne Rice novel. I don't go to the hood books. I do like Omar Tyree. a lot. I do like Sister Soldier. Elin Harris, I feel like Elin Harris was a dope writer. Nikki Turner, who was one of my mentors, I love. Shout out to Nikki Turner. Nikki Turner is amazing. She actually was one of the people that really inspired me to finish my novel, and I used to talk to her on the phone every day. Every day I used to talk to her, and I just feel like writing it's like music. It's like you have to have it. If you can't dance, if you don't got no rhythm, you don't got no rhythm. So it's like a lot of people putting out little quick books. And I'm sure you see it all the time with these like little, they'll be like the Fly Chicks in the Hood. Or they'll be like Ratchet Girls Volume 1. And you could put those books out quick. But it's about quantity. With me, what struck me was when my readers was telling me, you made me cry. You made me laugh. Like, I said, really, I did? They was like, you made me laugh, you made me cry, you made me, feel every emotion. Like one girl told me, she said, oh my God, I was reading your book. And she said, I had to, what she said? She said, I had to put it down because a certain character was about to get hurt. And she was like, I ran to the bathroom and I said, oh my God, if I come back and something happened to her, I'm gonna throw this book. Like she literally couldn't read anymore because that's how invested she became in the character. And when a motherfucker really become invested in your character, that's when you know you did something. And that's how you gotta touch people. Like I'm not in this to what's the word? I'm not in this to just make some quick money. I want people to be like, you know what? Saleem book is a classic. When people compare my book to The Coldest Winter Ever, when they say
that's a classic,
Fly Girl, when they say True to the Game, shout out to Terry Woods, shout out to Omar Tyree, shout out to Sister Soldier. That's what I set out to do. It made me, I didn't write this book for 10 years for nothing. Like, it's 22 chapters. This book, like, feel how thick it is. I want you to feel how thick that shit is.
Thick book.
And who actually gonna read it? Because I bought y'all a damaged version. I can't sell it. Who gonna read it?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Once you said coldest whenever, that helped me get through a tough
well, you can't
time.
have that because look, because you see the little crease.
Yeah.
Like my friend was sitting on my book, and I can't sell it to nobody. So y'all can have it. So Sean, I guess you can read it after him.
Sean
Shout
can
out.
read.
Yo, but look, we're about to get into Tory Lanez, but Saleem, we appreciate you stopping in
How y'all
again.
going out with Tory Lanez? Like I just told y'all, I like Cardi B. How we not going out with Cardi B?
Yo, Tory Lanez got a song called Blow. You about to blow up, bro.